Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Malcolm. This is the artist formerly known as the Black Dot, with you guys in the building, in the flesh.
In the flesh, in the building.
Thank y'all for joining.
We appreciate your presence here.
Yes.
Always.
Absolutely.
It is always great to have you here with us as we get the week started. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Busy weekend. I'm pretty sure there was some things taking place. Niggas was niggering.
Oh, absolutely.
And all over the place.
Absolutely.
And we are here.
We got a show to do.
To cover that for you.
We got a show to do. So shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to our UX90 gang.
Our UX90 gang. That's right. What we call in the morning meetup, thanks to Cheryl.
Yes. Mama Cheryl.
Mama Cheryl called us the UX90 gang.
I was like, I like that.
And we like that, so that's who we are. We are the UX90. You should join us if you haven't. We have about 80 people in there now. This thing is picking up.
Yeah, it's really dope.
It's really, really dope. Real intense conversations. Mm-hmm. Some are light, and today was a
heavy one.
Heavy conversation. Yeah. And so it was very, very dope. Melanin Man.
Thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate the super chat. And so, yes, very, very dope and much, much needed. You know what I mean? And so, yes, super duper happy about that.
I like this.
You like this?
I do like this.
This?
Yeah. Is that pants that goes with it too? Oh,
this.
Man.
This, you like this?
Man, is that the pants that goes with it?
You like this?
Oh, my God.
Should I? I mean, I don't know how far I can go back before the camera kind of gets that.
Oh, my goodness.
If you check the back pocket
action.
Oh,
my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, is this what you're saying? You like this?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just throwing it out there. All right, okay. Yeah.
These are not available anywhere, guys. These are...
Oh, no, these are the...
2 of 2s.
A 2 of 2. Coming soon. We like to get your feedback on a few things
before we, roll it out.
Before we roll them out for you. So you got a sneak peek today, and Malcolm has on the same one.
Same thing, you know what I'm saying?
In gray. And, we changed up the logo on the front a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Went with the Ankh on this one, you know what I mean? With the I and the Ankh. Mm-hmm. We combine the two for you, and so that's what we do here, man.
Yes.
We gotta stay thinking ahead, man.
Absolutely.
I see the fire emojis coming in, so people love it.
Yeah.
And when I tell you this baby is comfortable.
Listen. I'm tired of feeling like I gotta prove myself, prove the quality of this pod and everything we do compared to all you other sucky podcasts.
That's a fact.
Y'all cannot F with us.
You can't, bro. You just can't. You gotta just let it go.
Right? Like, y'all just can't. To the books, to the journals, to the hoodies, to the shirts,
Yes.
to the customer service, to the content. Y'all just can't. And I'm tired of, holding back. I be trying to be nice.
Nah, man. Nah, you gotta let that thing go, man.
I be trying, but, man. I'm
Peace
sorry.
to the family. Rest in power, Brother Panic. Richard Roundtree. Can't wait to discuss Joseph Anthony. I don't know who Joseph Anthony
You talking about
is.
Joseph Anthony Budden? That's who you talking about?
Oh, is that his name?
That is his name.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Embossed on the pants too. Absolutely. You think we just do stuff? We don't do stuff
We
cheap
embossed
here.
the front of this, the back of this. It's an emboss coming down.
Yes, the tapered tight bottom on the joggers.
Yes,
was
yes,
come on,
yes,
we
yes.
thought about it all.
We thought about it all. It's tapered. On the front pocket, you got the emboss. On the back pocket, you got the emboss. Of course, on the side here, you know what I'm saying? If you check that out. We blessed you, man. We blessed you. And yeah. Stay tuned for the rollouts.
So let's do a quick roll call,
Yes.
and then we'll get to it. I saw Dominican Republic, South St. Louis, Greenville, South Carolina, Brooklyn in the house. Who else? Springfield, Massachusetts.
Naptown in the building. Georgia in the building.
Memphis, Tennessee was good.
Hoodston, Texas. I like that. In the building. Purple Rain City, Minnesota in the building. Washington.
Bahamas.
Dubai.
Nola in the house.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Sacktown in the building.
Cleveland.
What's good?
Cape Coral, Florida. Tampa all day. Shout out to Philly because they took care of my Cowboys.
Somebody said, I ordered another hoodie in the Scully yesterday and got the message saying it been sent out. Yeah, moving like Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we move quick, baby. We move quick.
We get
bro.
that out, man.
We get that out to you. Yeah, so the the Philadelphia Eagles, they put it on my Cowboys.
Oh, come on. You knew that was about that.
Well, they put it the damn Cowboys. I think there's something wrong with Dak Prescott.
You think he's a little...
I think he's a little SLOW. I really do. I really do, man.
He don't seem like he just get what's happening.
He just don't get it. He be out there,
yeah.
and it's like he don't get it.
Yeah.
And I think like his parents covered for him because he was physically must have been talented.
Yeah.
But they covered for some of the mental lapses, and the Cowboys was like, "This is like a good deal for us."
Yeah.
And as a result, he can't process information fast enough to be a goddamn quarterback.
Somebody said, I missed that. Attended a formal black marriage over the weekend. 350 couples. Black love. Wow. God.
That is a gala.
Damn.
350 black couples tied the knot.
Wait, it's formal black marriage ball? Is that what that was? That's interesting.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. That's, woo.
Okay.
Man.
Dot, out of all your kids, which one is your favorite? You're looking at them clearly.
Well, I'll say that because he's sitting here. Yeah, sure. I just told Odyssey as I came, was leaving to come to the studio that she was my favorite daughter. And she said, I'm your only daughter. I said, are you sure?
Yeah.
I said, show up at the funeral. She said, what do you mean by that? I said, show up at the funeral now. You want to make sure. That's how you find out.
Yeah.
And she said, Dad, get out of here. I'm like, all right, shit. Funeral gonna tell everything.
Little Asian baby that kind of look like you.
Yeah, but go over there. Go over there.
Yeah.
Stand in line with the family.
Yeah.
Who the hell?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get to some stuff, man.
Let's do it.
Let's get to some stuff. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button before we even get started, man.
Oh, you hit the like button.
It's good.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, I saw a lot of hoopla on the timeline.
Okay.
Cause YouTuber, he's the biggest YouTube subscriber base on the channel on the platform, Mr. Beast. Over 200 million subscribers. He traveled to Africa and paid for and built 100 wells with clean water for 100 different villages.
100 different villages.
Yeah, on the continent. Yeah, man.
Sheesh. And this white savior, this white Jesus figure,
Yeah.
came through as the exalted one and turned sand into water.
Basically.
And now he is a hero in the eyes of the African people. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah.
So before he showed up, people were thirsty.
They was talking about, kids were talking about they wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go fetch water for the school because there's no clean water. They were showing some of the places they would get drinking water from. They were getting a bunch of, what's those diseases called, those infections called?
Malaria and
yeah, a
stuff
bunch
like
of
that.
it was.
Yeah. Well, anytime you do anything good, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
This guy, I got put on to him by one of my little nephews who came over, and he kept watching these Mr. Beast videos in these big jets and doing all this stuff. And I didn't know how rich this guy was. You mentioned him on the show a couple of times. So when all the smoke clears, anytime you do something for somebody on a humanitarian level, unless it comes out later that he's a weirdo
So here's the thing.
some sort.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He does these videos a lot. Like he'll walk up to random people on the. I saw a video. He walked up to people on college campus and said, "How much is your student loans? 50,000 student loans. Are you subscribed to me? Yeah, 50,000 in the bag. Go pay those off. Like stuff like that.
Gotcha.
He cured. He paid for eye surgery for 100 people, reversed their blindness.
I saw that.
That was the big one that everybody was like mad at and stuff like that. So now it's this one, and a lot of people are saying, he filmed it, so he monetized it. It's not the same, stuff like that. And I would push back and say, at least he did something. These African governments and a lot of these countries in Africa are super corrupt, and the fact that a white YouTuber can come in and do that.
It's an embarrassment, to the government.
That's an
itself.
embarrassment to the world, basically. You know what I mean? To a lot of wealthy people.
And I will say this: he's not just giving out $20 filming himself with a homeless nigga waiting for a cheeseburger,
or telling young dudes that's trying to sell waters, that they need to give it to you for free. It's
right. So we've seen a lot of that. Now, again, the bottom line is 100 villages got water. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Water is the quintessential necessity, you know what I'm saying, along with air and, things of that nature. And so you should have a right to, maybe he's filming a documentary. I don't know.
No, that's just the content he creates.
And he's always, from what I understand, has created this type of content.
Yeah.
It's just that now these things are getting bigger and bigger. So maybe some people have a problem with it, like, but at the bottom line, I need that water. If my rent is due,
Right.
you know what I mean? Or you gonna pay off $50,000?
Right.
Shit, you could film me subscribing to your channel too. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And so the end result, long as it's not coming out that he's some kind of weirdo.
I haven't heard any stuff about that yet. He lives by himself. Where he has like a studio kind of situation.
Yeah, well, a lot of content creators with him, like his team, right?
His team, yeah, and that's it. And he was just like, I sleep with my computer. I'm trying to film. Like the way he goes about YouTube videos is such a scientific process. Like I don't have the patience for that.
For that kind of stuff.
But he looks at videos like how long, he studies other videos like how long before I lose my attention, at 3 seconds here. So in his videos, he cuts at 3 seconds because he's trying to keep retention and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Like
so he's mastered this.
It's a science. 200 million subscribers?
200 million.
200 million subscribers.
For this white boy?
200 million subscribers, yes.
Sheesh. And
he paid for a whole, like, remember the Squid Games? That video got 100 million views.
Oh, right,
in like
I
a weekend.
remember.
Something stupid, like, you know what I'm saying? And so he has, because somebody said he's in financial trouble, he'll make that back. Like, he has his own businesses that's in Walmart and stuff like that.
Has you heard about Urban X TV?
That's it, man.
And that, my hemoglobin and everything. Has you heard about that?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I need $2 million to rectify my hemoglobins.
Yeah.
And so,
for administrative
purposes,
right
so
here.
we could keep this thing going. I'll be standing there, me and Mr. Beast. This nigga name is Mr. Beast.
Yeah, okay. So
666.
the other side, Mr. Beast, right? Like, just the conspiracy brain is still on, right? Like,
Malcolm, you took money from
you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't turn that part
someone
off.
named Mr. Mr. Beast, and I have told you for 400 years that the...
All right. What is that?
Okay, but I'm just saying. That's crazy. Black Dot and Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
$2 million check.
Yeah.
Then I'll just vanish on you niggas. Come on. What y'all gonna do? All of these grifters and scammers in the community, y'all gonna shut me down. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just not gonna say nothing about it for a week. And y'all just gonna forget about it. Y'all gonna be in the comment section. I knew Dot was all about him and Mr. B, son. And then I'm just gonna come on every week like we normally do. Peace, welcome to the Urban X podcast. And then a week later, y'all just gonna be like, damn, it was something
we was mad at.
I forgot all about it. That's how you niggas are.
Yeah.
I'm send Mr. Beast over. I'm cutting the check.
Side note, did you see that woman? I don't know her name, but she calls herself like the trucking guru. She said she's had $100 million
in trucking.
Like she don't got a CDL license, nothing, but she got trucks and she's worth $100 million. She said I made that 4 years ago.
$100 mil.
$100 mil. And then JT was pulling up her. She was like, well, 4 years ago you were in a dispute because you couldn't pay your rent. Is that? I'm reading slow. Is that correct?
Ooh.
It was nasty.
Ouch. So she don't have 100 million.
Who knows?
Trucking? Do you know how... What's the name of her trucking company? I should see her trucks everywhere. She done made $100 million in trucking.
Know, bro.
Like you just renting out trucks.
She said she has over like 140 trucks that she owns. And
140 trucks. That's a lot of goddamn... Where's she keeping all these trucks?
Dude.
And just 4 years ago, she couldn't pay her rent.
That's what the paperwork was saying. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Hey, I'd be too nervous to just come, like, to really just make a claim like that. People could just, like, pull up.
That's it, man. They can pull it right on up.
That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, people were mad at Mr. Beast for,
But why the name Mr. Beast? Jeez.
I have no clue.
Gee, well, I mean, he probably know his ancestral bloodline. I understand from that point. He know who he is and stuff. But but damn, Mr. Beast goes into Africa, which was raided by the Beast for so many years. Now he returns as a savior to deliver water. Turn the table over. I changed my mind. Fuck Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
I just blew our check, nigga.
He was right there.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. After further review, motherfucker, Mr. Beast. Can't do it, won't do it. Water or no water. Call me Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Urban X at NYC. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. Yeah. That's just a little tough. And, but... I mean, when you go around anybody who ribs are touching, man, you think they give a shit?
Yeah, and so people were saying, because what they were trying to do was, they were saying, well, and you got Kai's not in jail for 7 days. He's doing stuff like this. And Kai's money is not that long.
No, and Kai was doing that simply for gratification of his own.
And Mr. Beast has videos doing the same thing. And I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, I think that jail set was Mr. Beast's jail set.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, no, I mean, and see, we're speaking from a point of people who have water. And so it's easy for us to say, if you lived in, again, perspective being the superpower.
Absolutely.
If you lived in one of them villages and had to walk 4 miles to carry a gallon of water back to your school, the most essential thing you need, and somebody came and you wouldn't care who it was. You know what I'm saying? But that's also a metaphor for why the devil is always winning in our society.
Absolutely.
Because these young brothers from the hood, ribs are touching, or they think their ribs are touching, and devil come in and offer them a deal that they can't refuse, put some money on the table, some girls on the table, some drugs, put them in a private jet, fly them around, and now they forget everything that was, and now they continue to stay in power. So that this is a microcosm of a macrocosmic situation. All jokes aside.
That was a bar.
You know what I mean? And so this is why we can't get ahead, because we're constantly being offered something, and the savior of the person who's offering it to us is the very person who is oppressing us. All jokes aside. And so it is a real weird optic quagmire to be in, but you're gonna lose that battle. I know black people, you're gonna lose that battle every time in any city in America.
What do you mean?
If I'm cutting, if he's cutting a check and you're not, I don't care about black power, none of that shit. He's cutting a check, I'm out, I'm leaving you niggas behind, and I'll sell each and every one of you out. And that's the problem that we have as a collective.
Absolutely.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
You want to talk about Joe Budden?
Somebody said he could tell we really ain't look into this. What else was there to look into? Was there other details? Main A? I'm asking as somebody who can support the story. Because I did hear he, delivered water to villages. So help me, if there's other pieces to the story that I'm missing, let me know. All right.
I saw some clips of it, and that's what it seemed like to me. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
So, matter of fact, let's talk about Joe Budden. So, it was rumored yesterday that he got jumped in a strip club because somebody tweeted out like, "Oh, highlight of my night, Joe Budden getting his ass whipped. He got jumped and stuff like that." He then went on. I think Tony the Closer called him or tweeted that, "Nah, I spoke to Joe. He's good." And then Queen's Flip got on Instagram Live with him. Joe showed his face. There's nothing on his face. So he said, "You got jumped?" He said, "No, I got punched. Like somebody snuck me." And then basically said like it was too slippery for him to fight. He had some UGG shoes on and stuff like that. So everybody assumed it was Caesar's people.
Okay.
I did as well.
Okay, making a quick assumption. Yeah.
Because I think a couple of days ago, his brother, Caesar's brother, filmed him. Did you see that at the bus stop or waiting for a cab or something to that effect?
Yeah.
So people just kind of assumed like, okay, he's sending people after him because of what he said on the show.
Which is a suicide on Caesar's people's part.
Right.
In
That's
the long
why,
run,
like just like legally, like why would you?
Yes.
Like optically, you don't want that kind of attention to your name. But I'm hearing on the streets that it was Taxstone's people.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
Obviously.
Obviously, allegedly. Yes. That Taxstone, it was somebody who was down with Taxstone because, Joe was talking spicy in the pod a couple weeks ago, a few months ago about tax and stuff like that. So that's probably what it was, something like that. But I just, I can't imagine being in my 40s, like really having to look over my shoulder in the strip club.
Well,
and you know what I mean? For something I said on the podcast, it's kind of nuts.
Number of things I'm going to unpeel with this when it's my turn.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
First of all, he shouldn't have on Uggs.
Yeah, Ugg slippers.
Ugg slippers.
Yeah.
The CIA guy, did you watch this guy? I got to send you his links. He's a former CIA guy.
With a lot of hair?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen him before, yeah.
He said, always wear shoes with laces. He said, not even slip-ons, because you never know when your ass got to take off or, you know what I mean? He said, always keep $100 bill on you anywhere, because it's always good anywhere in America, and always keep your most important phone numbers laminated on something in case you get in some kind of water, this and that. All right.
Gosh.
So he had on Uggs. That was kind of like you asking for somebody to run up on you. Second, and most important, you can no longer hide behind these podcasts anymore. And what you're going to see is, if you're talking saucy behind these podcasts, you still have to walk the streets.
Yeah.
We saw years ago with Charlemagne the God showing up at the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And
somebody duffing him out. Yeah.
And so it becomes something, everybody that you talk about has people around.
Yeah.
And so you have to be careful. Ever since me and 50 Cent been beefing, I don't just walk in the streets no more.
Right.
I move a certain kind of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm in the airport, I send my peoples in first, and then I come through.
Right, okay.
My beef with Fat Joe, which I've been trying to end for years, but that's went up another notch.
In the same hood, too.
Same hood. And so I really look over my shoulder out here in the Bronx. And so you're going to have to be careful out here.
Yeah.
Talking a little greasy, especially Taxstone is locked away. He still got people out here. And Joe think it's sweet. You out here with Uggs on in some kind of restaurant or wherever you at.
Yeah.
You think it's sweet. It ain't sweet. They can get you anytime. You might just be a nobody.
Yeah.
And it ain't sweet. I told you one time I was on the Metro North, and a dude, I didn't realize he must have recognized me from my podcast, but he kept staring at me.
Yeah.
So I was like, what, nigga?
Yeah.
And I went downstairs and kind of like, was waiting. And then he kind of like was like, what the fuck's wrong with this nigga?
New York.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, but I didn't know until he got off. And I was like, oh, that nigga was probably like wanted to come and shake my hand, which is normally it's okay.
Yeah.
Most people just approach me, hey, what's good?
Yeah,
this and
I'm still not used to that, man. Like my nerves is still bad, man.
Yeah. My nerves is bad too. But I always kind of like prepare case. And then when I meet rappers all the time, like I don't know who I done talked about. So when I give them the official, I be going through my head movies like, yo, what episode did I call this nigga a bitch? Did I? Because it could be on right now. And so, but that's the life I live, you know. So I think Joe Budden has to move a little bit different.
Yeah, so and so if you guys are familiar with the Pod Wars, those are back up and going.
I see the Pod Wars are back up.
Pod Wars are back because Joe Budden, he went on the Need to Know podcast. That's with Savon Alex. So Savon and Alex used to work for the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay.
When they were like them, Rory Maul, like right. So apparently. So Joe's on the show. I watched a few clips of it. They asked him about Rory and Maul and stuff like that, and they talked about a secret meeting that was had. That was like not the genesis, but kind of like the apex of when it all kind of went bad. So then Rory and Maul on their Patreon. I'm one of their Patreon members. So I watched that whole episode.
How much they charge a month?
Like $10 a month.
Okay.
Right. So I watched that whole episode.
Do they do $100 for the year for you?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Go ahead. Just asking. You know.
So then they went off about that whole episode and stuff like that. So now it's more back and forth happening regarding Rory Maul and Joe Budden. It's been years. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's been years, right? It's been years. But this is what I will say. Rory and Maul's story about what happened has stayed consistent.
Got you.
Joe, every time somebody asks him,
the story changes.
His story changes,
he added something else to the story.
He adds something, or he tries to say something deep to try to make him see himself like smarter than everybody listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you wouldn't understand. Their story has stayed consistent, and now the more people talk about it, the more pieces people are putting together with the whole story, so it's making him look worse.
Got you.
In my opinion.
Well, you know,
and I watch and I listen to both pods.
Well, you know, Joe Budden has a little narcissism about him.
Yeah.
And word on the street this weekend, Tasha K.
What?
Was out there thumping somewhere. I don't know all the details. Whoever was saying, y'all can tell y'all didn't research the story. I didn't research that story, but I did hear.
Oh my God.
That Tasha K is out here thumping another podcaster. Like again, maybe she said something, or could have been some of Cardi B's people. I don't know.
No, that's like when your brand is like, again, just talking about stuff like who knows what you said, who you offended.
Yes.
And you out in public, like
yes.
It could get
yeah. So it could get real crazy.
It can get ill.
And so I'm pretty sure we'll get word. Yeah, somebody said Cardi B want money.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Get my money one way or the other.
Facts.
I'm going to get my money. And they said she got the best to do, too. Oh, she was fighting a guy. Where was the African king? Her husband.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Where was he?
Somebody said it was staged. Okay, I want to see it.
Now we're staging shit now?
Yeah, I don't believe nothing on the internet.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like, when something happens, like when they said, like, Joe got punched out, I was even like, nobody got footage of it. I don't believe it. Because everybody has footage of something.
Your man Charleston White does that all the time.
What?
Either act like he got punched out or, you know, this, that, you know. So it's an internet thing now.
Yeah, I don't believe nothing. Like when the guy walked in and his girl was cheating. Like, staged.
Yeah,
you
all
know what I'm saying?
staged.
Like,
yeah.
even
the camera happened to be running at the time. Yeah,
like even the Joe Smith thing where his wife got the OnlyFans. I think that was just promotion for her OnlyFans
might have been because he married. She
had 50 movies, dude.
When he married her.
50.
She
said she don't count those bodies though, because that was work.
Wow.
I'd have fainted.
So she ain't counting those
She ain't counting those. I'd have fainted.
She probably only slept with 2-3 guys in her lifetime. That like count.
I'd have fainted.
I like it.
I'd have threw up.
I like it. She like, nigga, that's work. Nigga, how was work today, honey?
Oh my God.
Oh, it was a smash. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Jesus.
Sheesh. How do you feel walking the streets with that, son? Yo, you don't mind let me get a picture with Cinnamon? You know what I'm saying?
Big fan of your work.
Big fan of your work. You don't know how many times,
Somebody said they both doing interviews. And so think about that. If he's actually going broke, right? So I don't know how broke he can be because doesn't he have like a pension?
Yeah, but dude, that pension ain't enough to.
Right. Okay.
So it's probably enough to. Let's say if his house is already paid for,
right,
and the pension can pay the bills, but you're not playing no more. So he ain't on no network.
So if she actually does have an OnlyFans, all this promotion, if they both doing interviews,
she good. Listen, Ma, you got to get out there. You a little older now, okay? But we got to get you back out there, girl, on the track, because the money drying up. You like this lifestyle, right? I ain't balling no more. ESPN ain't calling and asking me no questions. Yeah. I'm not sitting on the sideline with a mic. It's Joe Smith. Yeah. So you got to get out there. Yeah. Shit. I think there's a big market in the nursing home business, okay? There's a big market only on the first of the month. You send some of them cougars up to the nursing homes and get that money. I'm just trying to think, creatively. It's once a time. Yeah, once a month you go up to the nursing home, you get that money. They got money up there.
They do.
You know what I mean? Only on the first.
Yeah.
Allowance. You got to go wipe them out and move on. Yeah. I mean, you could do about 6-7 nursing homes a day because they don't have a lot of energy and stamina. True. Come on. They need entertainment too. You know what I mean?
It's true.
I don't know. Think about it. Somebody give me a name for my nursing home business.
Jesus Christ. Yo, every time I think about nursing homes, it's a movie on Netflix, I think it is. It's called I Care a Lot. Crazy.
Of what they do to the people in the nursing home?
Like how they swindle them out of their money. Oh my God, it was nuts.
See, because a lot of people, some of these people in nursing homes are rich.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Their kids just don't want to deal with them.
They get it to where they become like the
proxy or the custodian of. Yeah, wipe them out.
Crazy.
And why? That's why I'm gonna be training my dancers who are gonna be older because I don't. If they see young dancers, they just will lose it. It's got to be older dancers. And as you ride in him, you be like, "Hey, Poppy, what's going on?" You get to know his business.
Facts. Oh, you're a billionaire, huh?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's the one we target. We need 1 or 2 of those.
It's true. Feed
per
everybody.
nursing home. Feed everybody. Yeah.
Everybody get walkie-talkies.
Everybody gonna get paid.
Facts. Okay.
Yeah.
So, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Tyson Foods investing heavily in insect protein. People were telling me we've been
eating roaches and shit.
Eating insect protein. I didn't know, but recently, Tyson Food, they are recalling about 30,000 pounds of fully cooked chicken nuggets.
30,000 pounds?
Yeah. They're saying there's been one minor oral injury.
Somebody said Urban Oaks Retirement Home.
I like that. So so these are the dino chicken nuggets saying they
the kids like, the dinos.
Yep.
The ones you get them to eat them because they look like dinosaurs.
Yes, they said they found small metal pieces in the meat, and out of abundance of caution, they are recalling all of that product.
Okay, so now they got bugs going, which we know is official, and now they got glass in their nuggets.
Yep.
Again, it's par for the course. I hate to say that, but when your food is made in a plant, even the term plant-based food, it's a plant.
Plant-based, it's not it's not even real.
No, you thinking plants like plant-based.
Yeah,
it's a plant-based.
Yeah,
that's how they freak you with the wording. This is all plant-based. Well, what kind of plants you use? Oh, we use the big plant over on Virginia Ave. So, it's a play on words. And so the food is all bad. We know the food is all bad.
That's crazy.
I told you, since we're talking about protein for roaches, I used to pour Comet on a roach, right? And as he was going blind, I would take matchsticks and light him.
That is,
around.
so if you, if your child was doing that, the doctors would be like, yo, you have a little...
You can smell the roach burning, too. You could smell...
on your hands.
You can smell...
And this is who I'm doing my podcast with. This is like my dad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not rap tight because he's not rap tight.
That was a big thing. And, in the hood, I put 3 or 4 matchsticks on him, and you could smell the roach. And it was like a barbecue kind of... roasty kind of smell. Now, if I put a bunch of them there, I could see myself making a meal. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay, it might come to that one day. So.
We'll be right back. Yeah, psychopath and training. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Just saying.
And we're
Just sharing my world with you.
Quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
And we shall return.
To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content.
Welcome to www.presto.shop, your personalized photo creations. We have everything from hoodies to t-shirts, keychains, mugs, and cups. Our items make great gifts for graduations, birthdays, celebrations, holidays, and so much more. So reach out for any special occasion and send your pictures over, and we can turn it into something beautiful and spectacular. We specialize in everything from rugs, blankets, pillows, cups, and so much more. Contact us today at support@presto.shop.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, sending you lots of love and gratitude. Thank you so much for allowing me to continuously connect with you and your spirit team. Know that whether you're receiving guidance and confirmation with an angel oracle card session, or you're having your energy centers realigned with a chakra balancing session, or you're releasing trauma and pressure with a mental healing session, I am here to be of service to you. Visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, to see all my services and availability, and also visit my YouTube channel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, where I have hundreds of videos for you to follow through and learn more about your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for connecting with me, and until we connect again, one love.
And we're back.
And we are back in the mix.
Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
So, let's get into some more stuff.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, did we talk about...
Wait a minute. I got a birthday shout out.
Oh, yes.
Shout out Demi. Is that her name? Shout out. She just turned 4.
4 years old.
Aunt C, the Aquarian.
His daughter's birthday.
It's his daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday.
She just turned 4. And that's big. 4 is big because it ain't 3 in her mind.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I like it. Shout out Demi. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, make daddy spend a little bit of money. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't go small, girl. Go big.
Yeah.
Yep. Tax him. Nah, happy birthday.
So, did we talk about how Taylor Swift, she sold like 1 million copies of her re-recorded music?
No, but we did speak that people are trying to do that now.
Yes, so now Mike
She
Jones...
sold 1 million copies?
Apparently, something, yeah.
Physical copies?
Not physical. I don't think they're selling physical copies.
Oh, no, you can get physical copies now.
Oh.
Like, it's a limited edition.
Yeah.
People of wax is coming back. Cassette tapes is coming back. So I was thinking about doing a limited edition of, like, one of my albums or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, yeah, 1 million. So, people are... So, one, the music industry is trying to change up rules regarding re-recording your music anyway. So, that's one.
Okay.
Now, rapper Mike Jones, he is thinking about re-recording some of his music so he can, like, retain ownership as well.
Okay, I'm not sure he had a big enough catalog. I remember he had that one song where he gave his real number out.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Who, Mike Jones? Yeah.
Yeah, that was real crazy. And so they're gonna put rules in place for that now because if that's a loophole in place that you can use.
But that will only be like really reserved for like the huge.
That's what I'm saying.
Artists. So it's kind of like, why would I waste my time?
Yeah, for me to go in the studio.
Yeah.
To re-record that, to try to recapture that energy, and I didn't have a massive catalog. First of all, certain albums can't be replicated. Like Michael wouldn't be able to go back in and do Thriller.
Yeah. Right.
It's just impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of the Motown albums, because they was done on the spot with everybody
like
in the
voice
studio.
ain't the same, the hunger ain't there. Like
the same.
50 wouldn't be able to do Give Her Try Trying Again.
No, that came from down in his gut.
Yeah.
The 36 chambers.
Wouldn't be able to do it.
You wouldn't be able to do it. That
They
came
was
from down.
sleeping on a dirty floor.
Yeah, that came from way, way down. Lauryn Hill, the reason she didn't, what I'm hearing, is do a second album is because she fired everybody. The original band who created the sound. She took all the credit. Let's just call it what it is. It's no longer a secret. She wound up paying them, but they got all the credit because she said written, arranged, produced by Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
God, I didn't know
crazy.
she played all them instruments.
That's crazy.
I didn't know she did all of that. And so that sophomore jinx. First of all, you already have a sophomore jinx.
Yeah, because
a phenomenal album of that magnitude.
Yeah, because they say it takes your entire life to do your first album.
Yes.
Right? Because of all those experiences, all of that, again, hunger, that, you know. That,
and then it becomes a business.
Right.
And then the people you have projected something out there that was so phenomenal. I don't care who produced it. It was just an amazing body of work. But the people who did produce it would like to receive credit.
Absolutely.
It messed up their ability to make other money. And so when they refused to work with her again, it did create a scenario where how do I replicate something so magical?
Yeah.
When you had a band like that that gave you that sound.
The album was
that album is up there, was perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's a lot of pressure. And so that's why, the second album didn't come out at all. And she hit you with a couple of, guitar riffs, and because it was like a lot, you know what I mean?
Jeez.
Yeah, but you got to take care of the people who take care of you. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day.
Okay. Who had a really good sophomore album?
The Unplugged. It's a little different because it was under the guise of a live audience, so she was able to. We were so hungry to hear from Lauryn that we let a lot of that shit passed. It was nowhere near the first album. Say it again.
Who, in your opinion, had a really good sophomore album?
Really good
across
the board, all genres.
Yeah.
R. Kelly.
What was his second album?
12 Play.
Oh God. Jeez.
Okay, so that one.
John Legend's second album was really good.
Was it? I know the first one was.
First one was perfect again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I remember his second album being really good too.
I didn't hear about it.
He got joints on that second album.
I'm just saying. I mean, maybe some people in the chat can tell me. Oh, DMX, DMX.
DMX, yeah.
Yeah, DMX. Shit, he dropped 2 albums in 1 year. God damn.
Yeah.
And so there's a few people whose second album, kind of hit.
Okay. All right. Kanye's second album was good too.
Yeah, Kanye. Yeah.
Biggie, okay, what? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you know,
yeah.
Biggie, yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban
And
X.
with that being said, if Biggie was alive and that album came out, it would have just really been.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
I agree.
Double album's crazy.
I agree. So, there's this congresswoman. Her name is Jasmine Crockett. I saw a clip of her today on the news.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the Democrats' problem right now because early polls right now, you know, the election is not till next year, so it's very, very early polls, are saying that Trump is leading Biden by like double digits in a lot of swing states.
Yeah, swing states that,
Yeah, so they're saying like the situation is getting serious and Democrats are trying to figure out, you know, what's happening. And a lot of black support for Democrats has shrunk greatly as well. So this woman, Jasmine Crockett, she was talking about basically that African Americans, we vote with our feelings, we think with our feelings, so we feel like, you know, what's happening right now is, you know, Joe Biden's fault. And we've been listening to a lot of African American celebrities or rappers who are telling us that, you know, Trump gave us money and so they believe that. And I was just like amazed at how, you know, they're trying to discuss how to get the African American vote, but you can call you stupid at the same time. You can't think for yourself at the same time.
Can do
you
that.
don't know anything at the same time.
But she knows there's a wiggle room for that because if you don't vote for Biden, you ain't black.
Oh, yeah.
I got hot sauce in my book bag.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige singing goddamn songs to Hillary Clinton.
That was nasty.
Them giving you a goddamn concert.
Right.
Twerking for Biden.
It's gross,
All
too.
of this kind of stuff is shown to be effective.
Yeah.
And so it's sad that what she's saying has a bit of truth to it, but only for a lower vibration of people. And so she needs to speak to that demographic as it just bunches all in and say, because my whole thing is, when do we have people standing in front of us that are dealing with the issues? When do we have people that are going to talk to us like we are intelligent beings as opposed to thinking, you know what, I think they need a cookout.
Yeah.
You know, what are the blacks into today? Let's give them a concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff, because it is an insult on our intelligence
Absolutely.
and the ability to discern information and what's going to be, you know, best. But ultimately, if we're not putting money up, we're going to lose anyway. Right?
Yeah.
If we're not putting up hard-earned cash to say, these are the things that we want done for our community, we are going to lose because we are just the cannon fodder for she just said what she shouldn't have said coming out of her mouth. She maybe should have articulated different.
But that's literally how like they treat us. And then every time election season comes by, people just forget it.
Yeah.
And then just go, oh, what are we supposed to do? Vote for Trump? How about don't vote? How about like actually do something productive with your vote? How about actually trying to get something like everybody else gets something if you believe that the vote counts anyway? But
if you believe in that, how about holding off your dollars? I'm hearing that the Starbucks situation, the overall company is not doing well.
Like globally because of their positioning with the Israel-Palestine situation.
Yeah.
Yo, that whole Israel-Palestine thing in the Middle East, it's I'm trying to think of the word. It's like a real overshot of what they thought they could get away with politically or like media-wise, right?
Okay.
Because again, it feels like people are just really not falling for the overall program, like the usual program, right? We do this, everybody stands with Israel. You better not say nothing because
that's the usual protocol.
Yeah, yes. So but now people are going, well, these people, they speak the Semitic language too, so they are, and two, we're not going to just be okay with, you know, genocide now, because that's the word everybody's using, because of, you know, your affiliations.
But Malcolm, I've been up here 5 years saying the times are changing.
Yeah.
You know, if you only see the glass as half empty or think this is doom and gloom, you don't see the progress being made. And the progress is not going to be made by every single person.
Yeah.
It is a group of people who qualify themselves to be on a higher vibration to go. And here's the part that's going to really get people under their skin. It ain't got nothing to do with color. This has to do with vibration, energy, and humanity. And so you are going to find people who don't look like you, who have the same views you have on the killings that are taking place over there. You know what I'm saying? We used to be cut down the line. That ain't my business. That's this. You're seeing a blending of people going, all right, I may not rock and look like you, but this is just universally wrong. And people are trying to take a stand with everything that's going on with the environment, with the food situation, with this sex trafficking situation, and all of these things that are collectively going on.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of people now who are going, I'm tired and I'm fed up with it.
Yeah.
And something collectively has to be done. I think we're seeing more of it.
And what I've been seeing as well is the people who are pro-Israel, because they don't have the usual traditional backing. I'm talking about in the media. Media, you see their talking points for what they are. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a guy on Patrick Bet-Davis podcast, PBD podcast, named Adam, and everybody who's been debating him on this topic has been completely smoking him, and then like. Even Pat Bet-Davis, he's looking at him like, damn, this is my damn co-host. Like, God,
getting
damn,
smoked.
Yeah, and like, this guy's a waste of a seat now. And you're seeing that with a lot of different people. Piers Morgan, like all of them people who usually just kind of fall in line, and people are just breaking down what's happening and say, so you're okay with this, and this happening? You're okay with that?
Right.
Okay, so now when it becomes something else, like, so you should be okay with that as well. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? So it's interesting.
And back to the original point, the Starbucks situation, globally, they're suffering.
Because they're not taking the right side.
Because they're not taking the right side in this, and people are fed up.
Yeah, that video you sent me was really good because he talked about we as a people globally have unwittingly become great protesters with our dollars because they've trained us to be that because they locked us down for 2.5 year and a half, almost 2 years.
They trained us how not to deal or be used to these products that we thought we needed.
Right.
The lockdown had reverberating effects.
Yeah.
We're conditioned now to be without things that we had.
When New York was trying to be gangster and talk about only in the restaurant unless you got that Vax card, I was like, I bet. Like,
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'll go home and eat.
No problem. Save money. Whoa.
And then I had them say, well, looking around, come on in, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they were losing too much money. Follow the money. The money is going to tell you where this thing is going. So if you are here, just open your eyes and look around and see what's going on, because we're the only one. Ain't nobody coming to save us. You know that. Absolutely. So you in the trenches here, you can be on the right side of humanity or the wrong side of humanity. And you could take that for what it's worth.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there was a Massachusetts high school field hockey player who got her teeth knocked out during the game because of a shot that was hit during the game, but the opposing player was a male trans student.
So he was a guy parading as a woman who swung a hockey stick with a puck into her face, shattering her teeth.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So,
now, you know, none of them hockey players have teeth.
This is field hockey, and this is high school.
Oh, yeah. Field hockey. That's like a ball.
It's on grass, yes.
Oh, yeah, but his super strength. Yeah. And see, again.
And she suffered significant facial injuries when the hockey ball hit her face. The field hockey ball hit her face.
Yeah. I mean, that's, but you sign a disclaimer when you go out there, because I'm not saying a regular girl couldn't have did that.
So,
I mean, just saying.
No, right?
It's a damn ball with a stick.
Right.
I used to play baseball.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
That ball coming at you fast and hard.
Very true, but I'm assuming just the strength that boy has.
It's not a boy.
All right, you're right. I just misgendered.
You just misgendered. Now Mr. Beast definitely not coming through to cut that check. No, but I know exactly what you mean. And those are the loopholes found within this process where you're outmatching all of your opponents just by physical strength alone.
Yeah.
And as a result, He probably just said, "Wow."
So Jay Nyman said, is lacrosse and field hockey the same? No.
No, lacrosse has the net.
Yeah.
With the ball
Like,
that you,
yeah.
but you still can get hit with that.
Well, you have a helmet on with a cage on.
Oh,
helmet.
okay. So why ain't they got that in field
They
hockey?
have it over their eyes, not over their mouth in field hockey.
Well, they need to put that.
Yeah.
Because real hockey players, none of them have any teeth.
Yeah.
They get hit in the mouth.
Well, they fight too.
That too, but most of the time, that puck.
Yeah, that's too much.
Dude,
Yeah, that's too much.
You know how fast that puck is coming? Dude, you don't want no parts of that. Don't have me get my Francis Quest Wilson on, you know.
That was a good one. So, hold on.
You are
Station
tuned into the
identification.
sounds of Urban X.
So, if you guys are in New York City, right? So there is a moped company called Revel. Have you seen it? The blue ones?
Yeah, the blue ones. The
blue
ones you
ones.
just leave them anywhere.
Yeah. It's
I
like
thought-
a shared moped.
Yeah, I thought the dude was stealing. I said, he just gonna pick that. I was in my car watching. He just walked up and picked up somebody's moped. I didn't know that they just drop them wherever they.
Yeah. Like the scooters.
Your
but like
time run
moped.
out or something, you just drop them. Yeah.
So these really came into like real, like, you know, they got really big during the pandemic, during the whole Uber Eats thing where everybody was just kind of, you know, finding work and stuff like that. But their service is going to shut down in New York City on November 18th as a result of a bunch of lawsuits. A bunch of people got hit and died off of those things as well.
Yeah.
And, yo, bro, if you see what the New York streets look like.
It's bad.
With these mopeds, bro.
This is crazy. This is they just coming out. They're not abiding by any street laws.
Yo.
They're all over the place.
It's
just
terrible.
Terrible. It is bad. I've never seen this. This is bad. New York is this is bad, bro.
It's Gotham, man. We said
This
that.
is truly Gotham now.
So,
And then a lot of them have them batteries.
That
Them fake
cause
batteries that
fires.
was causing fires. And a lot of people have died in New York City over faulty batteries because you got to keep them charged up because that's your transportation, how you doing Uber or whatever the case may be.
And before we take a quick commercial break, I want to get to the story real
We
quick.
ain't on no commercial break yet.
Oh, yeah, okay, so good.
Yeah,
we
got
can.
time.
So, the author of The Lovely Bones, have you guys read that book or saw that movie? Really depressing, really sad movie.
Yeah, very sad movie.
So I didn't know this, but Alice Sebold, she is the author of that movie, of that book, and apparently she accused a black man, or she lied on a black man. He wound up spending 16 years in prison as a result of her lie. Apparently she dreamed.
She had a dream that she was raped.
Bro.
Right? And then as she was walking down the street, she saw him. And this was the person allegedly in her dream. And she was able to finger him on the stage, as the one who did it. And he spent 16 years. She wrote a book about it. I forget the other book's title name about this. And he spent 16 years.
Yeah, so New York
in prison.
New York. This happened in March. Well, this court case happened in March 4th. New York agreed to pay him $5.5 million to Anthony Broadwater. That's his name. Who spent 16 years in prison.
So he got 5.5?
5.5.
Okay, all right. That's
So
not going to get him in 16 years
I didn't
back.
know that.
And she left a statement apologizing for such. But again, that's the American way. If you whistle at a white woman, 50, 60 years ago, you got lynched. When they start showing you the cases of black people who got lynched for weird stuff of looking at a white woman, whistling at a white woman, not saying yes ma'am to a white woman, it's ridiculous. And this is a modern day time lynching to have something like this happen.
How the hell did that even go through? Was it no rape kit, DNA, nothing?
I have no idea all of the details, but I did remember her writing The Lovely Bones, and I forget the title of the other book. Somebody in the chat will probably tell me the title of her other book, which I think she spoke about these things. And what happened was, this is what happened. A movie director was shooting a movie about the second book, and he did his own research and realized that the story wasn't
okay. I remember that. Okay, I do remember that. I do remember that.
That's what happened. And he was like, this stuff wasn't adding up. None of the details in this book and the actual you know what I'm saying, transcripts and everything was adding up, and that led to, I believe, him getting the case reopened and getting
I do remember that.
Freed. And that movie needs to be in jail.
That movie is one of the most depressing movies ever.
Yes. And she definitely needs to be in jail.
God, man. That is scary because you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think you can.
But can you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
So talk to me about this Colorado...
Yeah, it's a Colorado amusement park or national park where a 20-year-old man was found in the woman's bathroom when the staff went to work the next day, and he had all kind of guns, real guns, fake guns, ammunition, bombs, tactical gear, and he shot and killed himself in the woman's bathroom. But before he did, he scrolled on the bathroom wall, "I am not a killer." And so it led me to say he may have bailed on a Manchurian mission or some sort, you know what I mean, or had cold feet. Because why would he have real bombs, real fire weapons, fake ones?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to be a time when he needed to shoot the real ones, change over to the fake ones when the police came, you know, because you start thinking about this kind of stuff. And so he killed himself, 20 years old. They never mentioned his name. Maybe his name came out now. They kept the story real low. You know what I mean? But yes, he wrote, "I am not a killer."
Somebody said MK malfunction.
Yeah, it sounds like an MK malfunction in which he, you know, just didn't go through with the mission at hand.
Speaking of like these shooters, so remember the Nashville, Tennessee shooter, the school shooter? So the shooter was trans, and a lot of like right wing, you know, channels and podcasts and stuff like that, they were making a really big deal of, you know, putting the manifesto out, the shooter's manifesto.
Oh, the Nashville, yeah.
You know, why they hide it? They know they're hiding it because it doesn't fit some type of narrative. So apparently it was leaked. The manifesto was leaked, so a bunch of people got it, and the shooter wrote, apparently targeted white. Crackers with white privilege. "I'm gonna kill you, little crackers. I hope to have a high death count." You know, you go to a private school, stuff like that. So, anything?
No, well, I'm just saying, this is the trans.
Yes.
So the trans was going after white males.
Yes.
White privileged males.
Yeah, white kids. Well, kids.
It was a school shooting. Well, the whole thing is bad. The whole thing is bad. In the sense, when you think about power structure, that's the beginning. That is a breeding ground. I hate to say it.
What, public school, private schools?
Private school for white privileged boys, in particular, is the breeding ground for the future. When we look at our schools and look at their schools, who are going to be the ones that are being positioned? And, you know, based on the teachings of their parents, you know what I'm saying? This thing could really,
so do you hide it because the shooter was trans, or like what would be the overall narrative?
For reasoning for hiding that, I'm not really sure.
That's what you're
trying to get at.
Like what? Not seeing why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial.
We'll take a quick commercial break, and we shall return. Get your questions ready.
Get your questions ready. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Tonight, there's growing outrage over this video showing at least 2 police officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin with their guns drawn following 29-year-old Jacob Blake as he walks around the front of a gray SUV. We paused the video after he opens the door with his back to an officer. At least 7 shots can be heard.
Don't think we don't see your pain. I got a real mentality, a better view of reality. This is life that I'm battling. Hey, don't think we don't see your pain. I got a real mentality, a better view of reality. This is life that I'm battling. I got a real mentality.
Them. It's just that they have to be laid out and filtered in different kind of ways So how do you feel about being entrepreneurs? Because each and every one of you are entrepreneurs in your own sense, and having to balance that with making sure that rent is paid every month.
You want to go first?
No, so it is a challenge, right? Because you do have to believe in the unseen. You have to believe in like the process and like, yo, this can happen. I believe it will happen, but sometimes like what you are believing in, and reality it takes some time to catch up. But I think the best proof that you can give to your partner, somebody who's who's worried about where everything is coming from, you have to kind of prove. The best evidence is proof.
Yes.
Right? So if you are taking the time, like you being serious about what you need to do, right? Say if you don't really have time, throughout the day to do, but you wake up way before she does, she sees when she wakes up that you are working on something, that you are really putting in the effort and the sacrifice, then she'll have a little bit more like, okay, he's serious. I have a healthy relationship with authority, so I'm probably not the best person to answer this question.
Go ahead.
I think for me, it depends on how I interpret authority. So like,
That's fair.
If, for example, let's say you introduce me to like an elder, I might take his wisdom as criticism depending on how he delivered the message. And now I'm a little bitter, I'm angry, and now I'm taking my anger out on other things because like this one person. But if he had, let's say, delivered it in a different manner to where I'm used to hearing it from you, I might interpret it like, okay, cool, I appreciate that. I'm gonna put that in the bank and keep it there and use it to my knowledge and as the best ability. Another thing, I agree, because I haven't seen cops either, so I've never been in a situation to where I've kind of...
Yeah, I just ignore.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. We haven't had issues with authority like that.
Yeah,
as far as police officers, things of that nature.
Right, you come to your conclusion on your own. Here are the facts of what's happening in this country, right? And then you come to if you just say, this is wrong, this is right, then by the time you go, you have Democratic people lifelong Democrats, who are voting for the person who probably who crafted the bill to put their father in jail, not realizing what just happened.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if open-ended, just kind of think in terms of, because every time we think of terms of this and that, it never ends up right.
Yes.
And that's not how life is. You know what I'm saying? Life is many different shades of gray. It's not white and black. Right. So, and that's one thing that I want to just kind of instill to my child. Like, just try to think for yourself. Like, don't even take what I give you as.
And that's why, as your dad, I would always ask each and every one of you open-ended questions. And it frustrated you guys at times because you were overthinking it, thinking your dad was looking for some superficial answer. And we're back. And we're back. Thank you, Don, for the Cash App.
Yes, thank you as well.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. And thank you for everybody who took part in our secret sale over the weekend.
Our secret sale over the weekend.
You guys, stuff went out.
Stuff went out. We appreciate it. And I know you're feeling a little left out. What secret sale? I ain't know about no goddamn sale. Nobody told me nothing about it. You had to be on that email list or that
text message list.
Text message list for you to really take full advantage of that. And really, really good prices on some stuff.
Yeah, man.
And so we thank you so much for participating.
And don't forget to join our morning meetup.
Yes.
It's amazing.
UX90, baby.
It's amazing. Okay.
And quiet as kept. Mama Dot don't be closing that portal.
No. She closed it. She closed it.
She closed it?
She closed
All right.
it.
Sometimes you get in there and be like, let me go to checkout.
You know what I'm saying?
See what happens when I get to checkout. Sometimes Mama Dot be a little,
Wait, did somebody ask a question that we didn't see the question? Did somebody ask? So sorry. Well, we're here. Well, we're here.
We're here.
All right. Did you guys see Missy Elliott get inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, I didn't see it.
Yes.
Heard about it.
Shouts out to her.
Who else? Kool Herc?
I think so. Yeah. We need a hip hop Hall of Fame, man. It's embarrassing.
Well, I believe That's gonna come next. We got the Hip Hop Museum.
Yeah.
The only right thing to do would be a Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know, I think eventually it will come. You know what I mean? Yeah. One thing at a time. But very proud. Missy Elliott is the first female rapper.
Yeah, and I think Queen Latifah was the one. Yes.
That's big because I thought it would be Queen Latifah first, but that's huge. And I think LL is the one who introduced Kool Herc.
Okay, dope.
I didn't see all the details about it, and you know, things of that nature. But those are dope moments for people who made some contributions and put some work in.
Absolutely.
And you know, rightfully deserved.
Have y'all checked out the Milli Vanilli doc? No, I have not.
No, but it's. I think years ago there was a doc.
This is new.
This is a new one.
Yeah, this is new. Yeah, I heard it was really good too. I didn't check it out.
Okay.
Did y'all hear about Keith Lee getting death threats? Yes, that's why he had to leave Atlanta.
Yes, and even him going at it with what's the football player?
Ocho
Chad
Johnson.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Chad Johnson, he actually apologized.
Oh, he did?
He said, I wasn't familiar with your game, basically, and I apologize. He said, my daughter got on me, everybody got on me. So that was...
Who ever tried to make contact with anyone who's passed? I make contact with my ancestors every time I pour libations and call their names. The whole purpose...
I need to do better.
Go watch the movie Coco, right? The whole purpose is to continue these people's name and legacy, because if you don't mention them,
they'll be forgotten. And so that's why we pour libations. And if you mean like a direct contact, I get nigga. I don't even want to tell you who came to see me last week. You know what I mean? But I get these, you know, I also had a vision that Kamala Harris has transitioned. I don't know where that goes. It's not alleged. I don't know I got to throw something on that.
I need to make kid sizes.
Listen, guys. This is not a big warehouse we have.
Yeah, if you see, we got shit on top of it.
It's not a big warehouse we have, man.
Yeah, so, you know, sometimes these visions and things will come to you from time to time. And, you know, but I haven't tried to, like, reach out directly like my mom's. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And, you know, so I just call on the ancestors, keep their name alive, keep their energy on the other side working with me. Yeah.
Can you talk about the green ooze? I think that was...
The what? The green what?
Green ooze. Did you see the streets in New York? It was like coming out of sewers.
No,
it wasn't ooze. It was like...
It's Ninja Turtles, man. The Ninja Turtles.
What is that?
I took you to see that.
You took Marcus to see that.
Was it Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay, I took Marcus.
Yeah, you took Marcus to see that. I was not a Ninja Turtles kid.
Okay, you was not a Ninja Turtles kid. I get the kid.
I don't know what that was, but I don't think it was anything like spooky or nothing like that. Just
Green ooze. That's definitely Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Coco is a Disney movie. Have your kids watch it. It's beautiful.
Beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. You know, where they're just dropping it about being forgotten. You know?
We spoke about Brother Panic Thursday.
Yeah, we spoke Brother Panic. We gave him his, you know...
Send-off.
His send-off Thursday. Go watch the beginning of Thursday's show, when it happened. Yeah.
What do you guys think about the cop that put the Elijah McClain in the chokehold, getting all charges dropped? I did not hear about that. Wow.
I did not hear about that.
No, but I thought one of the cops got...
I think one of them did get charged.
One of the guy actually found guilty, right?
Yeah, so maybe...
I know it was a couple of cops in the situation.
So maybe all of them weren't found guilty, but I believe the main cop was. Don't quote me on that because we covered that story.
I feel like we covered that story a couple of weeks ago. You were telling me about the Colorado offensive coordinator. That story, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they got rid of the offensive coordinator
because you think they said he was sabotaging Shedeur?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's the word I got out there, that he was sabotaging. Listen, this kid Shedeur can play football.
Yeah,
he's taking a beating out there, man. It's bad.
Yeah.
And no, this ain't no Dion shade or hate or none of that. They gotta protect this kid, man.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, keep a tight end back there, running back, because if he has time, he can make plays. But all teams are just sending full out blitzes on this, and it's bad. Another birthday alert, Mrs. Nightmare.
Hey.
I shouts out.
Hey.
Oh, the old lady. He said, my old lady.
Yeah.
Is 44 today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's how you know you're old. That's my old lady. You know, she came on with me now. Yeah, so they got to protect this kid, man. He's taking a beating out there. So they brought in a new offensive coordinator to try to. And the first game, it was a closer game, but he still was getting rushed and sacked. So somebody got to do something out there for this kid. I'm not even going to mention anything about Deion today because I don't feel like I don't have a headache with all that. But protect the kid. How about that? Let's just protect the kid. Yeah.
Have y'all seen Tupac get a street named after him in Oakland?
It took this long for Tupac to get a street named after him.
That is actually nuts.
In Oakland.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. That's crazy.
Embarrassing, Oakland. That should have happened a long time ago.
Coach Wayne said, should the Hitler family be exonerated from public shame and harassment now after it's been 70 years later? I would have changed my last name. No?
I'm pretty sure they have.
Yeah.
You know anybody walking around here named Hitler?
Well, Adolf. Hitler was his last name. Yeah. No.
So, I would definitely have changed that last name. And he didn't die when they said he died.
I don't believe that either.
All right, then. So he moved to Australia or somewhere and lived Brazil, one of the places.
Well, Central America, because a bunch of Nazi soldiers were found out there in Central
and
America.
lived a long-lasting
I agree.
life.
What about the bank closure? Yeah, Citizens Bank is the fifth bank that closed this year.
That closed this year, guys. And I'm not a big money guru, but something don't seem right. Something don't seem right.
Yeah.
With these banks closing, so just keep an eye on that.
Argentina, that's what it is. Okay.
Argentina. Thank you.
Thank you. That's why the chat.
Thank you. That's why my chat rocks is Argentina. Yes.
Yo, so guys, apparently, right, this whole Middle East beef right now isn't about Hamas and terrorism and Israel. It's about some canals.
Yeah.
That the West is trying to get access to.
The Suez Canal.
Yes, it is.
When we follow the money.
Oh, man, that makes so much sense.
It makes more sense of the pathway that's already built coming through Egypt in that area.
Yeah.
And they want to build one over.
Because America's not getting a cut of none of that bread.
None of that bread. And that it makes $9 billion a year. And so they want to build one in Tel Aviv or one that goes through way.
Through the Gaza.
Through the Gaza.
Yeah.
The North Gaza.
Yeah.
So that's why they're clearing all that out and got all the people fleeing to South Gaza so that they can. And the difference is one of them is a sandy kind of the one in Egypt. This one would be more concrete rock, which would be more sturdy. And I believe they can get 2 or 3 ships in there at a time. And so, this is about money.
And it's always interesting when it covers back to physical products, right? So we think, so the digital money, what's happening with the stock market, all that stuff all happens. But at the end of the day, what moves economies is physical goods, those products. So that's why shipping is still huge. Trucking is still huge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's those physical things that really just kind of move everything.
And then when we hear about what happened with Bill Cosby, I've heard a lot of the conspiracy theories, but something about where his land was, there was a oil canal or a pipe canal that ran through his land. And they were trying to get their hands on that. I've heard some really bizarre stories. And then when you think about what they will do and the lengths that they would go to bring you up on charges, to remove you out of a situation for money. For money.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I would not be surprised if this was about, you see what's going on in goddamn Congo.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? And so when you have something that feeds the whole world, we'll talk about it, in the after show when we start speaking about the necessity of death.
And every time like there's a war about something, it's never what they tell us is about. Ever. It's always something else, like the real reason why they over there, the real reason why we need to get this person out of power. It's always something else.
It's always something. It's the cover story, and then there's a second layer to the cover story, which is misdirection, has nothing to do with that at all. And as we revisit history, look at what they saying happened during 9/11. When the Building 7 collapsed and all them trucks came and got all that gold out of there.
Yeah.
Look at what happened in the Pentagon with these financial records and Rumsfeld telling us X amount of money is made. And so all of this stuff to cover up thievery.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Let's take some more questions. And then we're going to get up out of here and go to the after show.
Yeah, the afties.
Hold on, let me see if I got some more stories to get to. Oh, New Edition has a Vegas residency?
Yeah, shout out New Edition.
That's dope.
Just got word that they're going to start a Vegas residency.
That's dope.
I hope they all are willing to, because Bobby don't look like he ready to get, just stay in one place.
Yeah.
You mean every night, one place?
But it's Vegas, though.
It is Vegas. And the residency pays well.
Yeah, I better stop playing.
You know what I mean? So stop playing and go get that bread. And to see them all still together rocking is really dope. Really dope stuff.
They had the best, story, show about they had the best one because they were all alive. They were all there to tell it.
All there to tell it. Multiple, each faction of it went out and had success on their own to some degree.
Fire.
Really dope. Really dope.
So I'm hearing Obama, I forget what news company came out and said Obama's the one actually pulling the strings for the Biden administration, which I think we've all kind of known.
Dude,
they call him a shadow president.
He said it himself when he sat down with Envy in that green screen shit. It'd be really cool to be running the presidency from my basement somewhere. You know what I mean?
So they're saying this is technically his third term.
And the Freudian slips that keep coming out. It's been about 5 Freudian slips.
From somebody in the
in the cabinet.
Yeah, somebody said, because Obama.
Obama. I mean Biden.
Yeah.
Even Obama himself said it once, along with his Michael Freudian slips.
It's true.
Dude, it's a lot of Freudian slips out there, man.
It's just true.
That's all I'm saying. And I ain't seen Kamala, and I don't know when the hell. I don't want to start making stuff up. I've never seen a vice president who's never around. And that guy walked up on her
it was crazy.
on stage.
That was crazy. Yeah.
And I didn't see Secret Service. They were supposed to break both of his arms.
Yeah.
And he was this close to her. Dude, this is the vice president?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Something ain't adding up, bro.
No, you're right.
I'm just saying, something ain't...
You are correct.
The math ain't mathing.
Did you guys see the Red Dragon the doc Red Dragon about Biden? No. Where's it? Where can you watch that? Let me know.
Yeah, please tell me.
I like good documentaries, bro.
I do too.
I like good documentaries.
Where's the Canal article? It's a few people on TikTok and a few other places.
Was breaking it down, yeah.
Were breaking it down.
Now,
so just put in
reliable sources. I don't know, but it was a good theory.
It's a very good theory when you see the canal and you see it on the map, and it does make a lot of sense. So, Dwight Obama is somewhere with Dwight Howard.
That's funny.
So is the Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union stuff real? I mean,
they getting a divorce or separated?
That's what I'm hearing.
I don't know, but I don't know.
Oh, just asking.
I never know about these things.
She gonna turn his son out and then she gonna leave like that? Come on, son, that ain't right. You should be here for the long haul. You made this mess. Clean this shit
up. Black Dot, what's your thoughts on Christian rap? Does gospel fit into hip hop?
Hip hop, at its root, if it's dope, it's dope. Most hip hop artists are Christian. DMX, a bunch of them, they just don't say it. They just don't come out and they're blatantly rhyming about Jesus or any of this kind of stuff. I'm from an era, it didn't matter. If you was dope, you was dope. Give me the bars, give me the music.
I've heard some dope Christian rappers.
I've heard a few dope Christian rappers who are standing on their square about it.
Chance the Rapper, Coloring Book. That was
a Christian. That was a gospel.
That was a gospel.
That was a gospel hip hop album, and the shit was dope.
It was amazing.
Shit was amazing.
I loved that project.
If you remove your prejudices and just listen to the music, it's going to tell you, because I remember your music should tell me about your story, what you about, what you into, and so I'm just listening to the music, and stuff like that. So, yeah. Side note, D1.
Rapper. Yeah.
Rapper D1. Is he a Christian rapper?
I have no idea.
But he went in on Meek Mill. Rick Ross.
Yeah, because
he just said, Jim Jones, you guys can do better. And all of this crime and stuff you're talking about. And you're talking reform, and then your album with Rick Ross is back to the same stuff.
It's true.
But Rick Ross, he said, I don't even know D1. But listen, he must not know I give out bikes every year to the kids. How many turkeys I give out to feed families. That nigga got that turban wrap too tight around his head. You know what I'm saying? This is Rose, baby. I don't know who this nigga is. And, just because you give out turkeys, but that's what the government does. Yeah. They give out stuff on one hand and rob the other hand. So what you're saying by that doesn't...
Oh, D1 is a Christian rapper.
Okay, he's a Christian rapper. Okay. Yeah.
Well, like his point was interesting, because he talked about how his best friend got killed. He did the eulogy, spoke at the funeral, then went home, driving, listening to the same music, same like violent music that got his friend killed. And he was just like, yo, like... Oh, not that got his friend killed, but the same energy around that. I'm just like, I can see the...
Listen, I've given 50 lectures on the metaphysics of music and how dangerous it is and the vibration it carries. And so I'm so like a dinosaur that nobody want to hear that no more. So I just let it go. Super chat, humanity is waking up to the wizardry and illusion of the real estate agents. They will have no choice but to reveal themselves.
Absolutely.
Free Palestine.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thanks, but I want a Black Dot episode. I don't know what... Y'all having another conversation?
Okay. Somebody said he was signed to Cash Money and left because of creative differences. Interesting. Okay.
Well, yeah. Come on, you signed to Cash Money. You know what they're about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless he converted back to Christianity after that. You know what I mean?
Probably. Like if he said like he used to listen to that music.
Yeah. He might have decided.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is not where I want to be.
When rappers get on there like prison reform and they start taking pictures with Eric Adams and stuff like that, and then you go right back to the same thing. It's just like
it's hypocrisy at its finest.
You thought that the activism bag was it.
Yes.
You thought that was the bag. You was like, oh, okay, this is the new lane.
Yep, let me get into this lane and become an advocate for people coming out of prison. But your music is your signature.
Yep.
It stays here forever. It's got your name. It follows you wherever you go. It's yours. And so, it is what it is.
Yeah. Killer Priest, but Cambada. Cambada's, come on, man. Cambada's nasty.
I don't think they're saying Killer Priest or Cambada. I think they're saying
them
both
two in general.
Yeah, them two are
nasty.
Out of this world with it. Yes. Shout out Killer Priest. Shout out Cambada for sure.
I saw an article that said that the Simpsons cartoon, they decided not to include any episodes of Homer strangling Bart out because quote unquote times have changed. Not that strangling your kids used to be okay back then, but now
but it's Kamala prepping for presidency maybe. No, I understand. I mean that is, but listen, I grew up watching Bugs Bunny, bro. He was blowing Elmer Fudd's face off. All right? And Daffy Duck blowing his beak backwards. Yeah. Yo, they was out there. I'm searching for a rabbit. They was out there like, yo.
Tom and Jerry.
That
was on the site.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, facts.
My man Popeye with Brutus. They fighting this whole, she's swinging both ways. Olive oil. She's swinging with both of these dudes. Just pick one olive oil. You know what I mean? And then they got beef out. All of the cartoons I grew up with were violent. All of them.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? And so, maybe that's why I was burning roaches. I don't know.
That makes
a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah,
Think about it, yeah. Somebody said he did Boyce Watkins' theme song. Oh, okay, that's dope.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
D1.
D1. Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
all right.
cool.
I haven't heard the theme song, but that's a dope look.
Somebody said, yep, cartoons were wild, a little racist, stereotypical, but funny.
Everything was in our cartoons.
Let's take some more questions before we get up out of here. We have an after show.
Yes.
To do, guys.
We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we never do.
We never do.
We'll just kind of,
I feel like I got one more story. Let me see. Okay, we spoke about Obama being the secret president. We knew that already, right?
Yes. Because your boy Budden.
Yeah, NBC had to come out and say that, actually. That was the most interesting part to me about that.
Oh, NBC said that?
NBC said that, yeah. Oh, Disney World.
Yeah, I heard something about...
All alleged. Obviously,
allegedly, that there's something going on in Disney World where they may have to shut it down. They did shut it down temporarily. They're on sovereign land. Not sovereign land, but they have their own rules and regulations out there.
What's the name was trying to get that removed?
DeSantis,
yes. He was trying to get that removed.
So they have their own... Whatever they got going there, but it was something about kids missing out there, which we understand and we know this stuff goes on a lot. Anywhere there's a congregation of children, you're going to find a congregation of pedos. They're drawn to them like moths to a flame. And so the underground bunkers and cities and places where these kids are disappearing. So I didn't want to mention that story until I got more information on it, but I'm hearing something weird is going on down there.
Okay.
In secret tunnels down there in Disney World.
All right, guys. But with that being said,
we
appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Visit shopurbanx.com.
Yes.
Get some stuff. Get a planner. Join us for the morning meetup. Do that as well.
Yes.
Become a member. It's only $10. Become a member. And we got some amazing stuff coming for you guys. Not these yet. These are not there yet.
Yeah, I'm tweaking them.
We just
showing off.
Showing off, right? But we will see you guys on Thursday, man.
We will see you guys on Thursday. You already know what it is.
Peace.
Peace.